Hello, and as I promised my astronomy kids in sixth period, I was going to make a video on October star quiz because I was trying to draw all this stuff at school on a mouse. Um, Somehow I misplaced the tablet. I think it walked out of my room in August. But anyway, here's the October star quiz, and then we're going to do two things. We're going to connect the stars to actually show the constellation shapes. I'm going to tell you what they are supposed to be. I'm also going to tell you what I see in the sky. And then we're going to label each with their correct name. And yes, spelling is correct. So I've got the spelling here. These are the 15, I hope. Those are the 15 constellations we're going to find over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this down just a tad because I want to get the whole horizon. And I clicked a couple over here. What I'd like to do is actually show you the entire horizon. And again, remember the point in the middle of the sky is the zenith, so all the stars that are located right here are going to be really close to the top, including these three stars, which are actually called asterisms. This is not a constellation, but people call this the summer triangle. It's made of Deneb in the constellation Cygnus, and it's actually made up of a couple other stars. This star over here called Vega and Lyra, and this one which is called uh, the name slipped me. It's an Aquila, Altair, in the constellation Aquila the Eagle. Okay, so what we're going to do, first off, if you take a close look in the center, we're going to name these things a little differently than I did in class today. We got the Big Dipper, another asterism, which is actually part of the Big Bear, which is all over here. And we have the Little Dipper, part of the Little Bear, the hip in both cases, the long tail in both cases, which is over here. But if you take a look right underneath the Big Dipper, right underneath Polaris, a little closer to the center, you should be able to make out a house here. And I'm going to make that into a house. And then as I'm making it into a house, and then if you look over here, here's the list. These are in alphabetical order. And if I can scroll down a little bit, you can actually see these are located on the quiz as well. I just moved them here so I don't have to keep scrolling up and down and losing my place. So this is the house. He's an African king, and his name is Cepheus, who, oh, there we go. Alphabetical order, remember. Okay, so C, E, P, H, E, U, S. Cepheus. And sitting right next to Cepheus is the queen, Cassiopeia. I don't know why. I guess what I have to do is I got to take this tablet. This is the tablet. It's a bamboo tablet made by Wacom. And it's a really nice tablet, but if I start writing sideways, it actually starts doing it sideways. So what I have to do is I have to move this thing so my hand is straight. So let's try that again. Okay, so, oh yeah, that's much better. This is Cassiopeia, the W, and actually depending on how the sky looks, could be a letter E, could be a number 3, could be a W, could be an M, but this is Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. And I don't care if you go over this constellation right here because we're not doing the Little Dipper. We'll do the Little Dipper or Ursa Minor later on. Sitting right next to Cassiopeia is this funky looking cornucopia looking creature. This is actually supposed to be a guy, and this guy rode the back of Pegasus, and this guy actually saved Andromeda from Medusa. And this is why did I write away over there? Perseus. Okay, sort of here towards the center and down a little bit, great big square. This is the square of Pegasus. This is, I think, actually the front legs of one going this way, one going this way. But if we're going to make this into a horse, that's the horse's head, and this is Pegasus. Coming off of this corner of Pegasus, if you look this direction, this is Zeus's daughter. This is who Perseus saves from Medusa, and this is Andromeda. And then if you take a look at Andromeda, this is actually called Andromeda because, do you see this little fuzzy thing that I didn't accidentally put there? I put it there on purpose. That is the farthest thing you can see with your naked eyes, and that's called M31. This is the Andromeda Galaxy, and if we could see it in its full glory, this is how it would appear. 2.4 million light years away. All the other things you see in here, I don't know why it does that. All the other things you see in here, these are stars that belong to the Milky Way galaxy. These are galaxies that are even farther away, and we'll talk about this much later. But that is the Andromeda Galaxy. And if you go out tonight and the sky is clear, and if you look fairly close to the top, and again, just like the video I said about looking for Andromeda, don't look directly at this part of the sky. Look around here somewhere. You should see a fuzzy-looking star, and that is the Andromeda Galaxy. Underneath Andromeda, if you can see a, whoops, I don't know what that is. If you can see a triangle, and this is Triangulum. Right next to Triangulum are these three stars, and this is Aries. And Aries is supposed to be a ram. Triangulum is actually supposed to be a triangle. This is something that an architect would use for 60, 90 degree angles. Aries is supposed to be a ram. I've never seen it. Looks like a line of stars. Cepheus looks like a house, not a king. Cassiopeia looks like a W to me, no matter where it is, not a queen. This looks like a cornucopia, not a guy. This looks like the antenna on a big screen TV with an easy carrying handle for Andromeda and Pegasus. Right next to the legs of Pegasus, or the body or the antenna, if we take these stars all the way down to that star, and then back over to this pentagon, this is another one of the zodiac constellations. We actually have Taurus the Bull, Aries, Pisces, and then we have Aquarius, and then we have Capricornus, and then Sagittarius, and my constellation has set for Scorpius. So this is Pisces. Okay, sitting underneath Pisces, really close to the horizon. This is a tough constellation to see all the time, but this is the best time to see the whale. I don't see a whale. When I look up here, I see a dentist's chair. Here's the seat, and here's where you put your feet, and that's the pillow for your head. Okay, now with that being said, if I go back and get rid of all those lines, I had a student many years ago, actually when I was at Potomac, so probably more than 20 years ago, actually said, "Mr. Dyer, there is a whale up there. If you connect them like this, and you give it a face and a mouth, that is Cetus the whale." And Cetus fits into the whole Perseus, Medusa, Andromeda, Pegasus story, but I don't have any idea, other than he's supposed to be a very angry whale. Okay, so that's Cetus the whale. And then sitting underneath Pisces, there's a big looking kite that has a long tail. Goes, actually it stops there. I'm going to draw that part again. And if you get confused, you can do the same thing I did. You can stop. This is Aquarius. Sitting next to Aquarius is the sea goat. Another funky triangle. Capricornus. sitting above the tail of Aquarius, and this is actually the wet part of the sky. This is Dil Phineas the Dolphin. And Dil Phineas the Dolphin, it looks like a Little Dipper. Okay, looks like we got about 3 constellations left. So if you look up here, we're going to talk about these 3 big stars. This is the tail star in Cygnus the Swan. Looks a lot like a cross. That's a horrible looking cross. It's supposed to be the neck of, the head, and the tail of a swan called Cygnus. This is supposed to be a harp. And I see it with a little square, almost looks like a little man that way. And this is Lyra. Most things up in the sky are living things. This is actually supposed to be a harp, because we have a triangle and everything else up here is alive. And this one, not good. This one is an eagle, and this eagle is heading toward the swan, and this is Aquila the Eagle. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 points for every constellation you can find. I'm going to give you 2 points for every constellation you can spell correctly. There are 15 here and there are 15 here. This is going to work out to be a 60-point quiz. And if you could find all 15 of those and name them or spell them correctly, name them correctly and spell them correctly, and please try to write them so that they're close. Oh, and I didn't give you this one, so I missed 2 points. This is Dil Phineas the Dolphin. And it's always wise to take a look around and see if you did name each of those. So I found Andromeda, I found Aquarius, found the eagle, found the ram, found the sea goat, found the queen, found the whale, found the dove, or the swan, sorry, found the king, come on, found the dolphin, found the harp, found the fish, found the guy, found the flying horse, stop it, and found the triangular. I got my 60 points. Okay, that's it, October stars. Thank you.